back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So I've just found out about this group in the UK. They're my new favourite people. They're called the Blade Runners. I know it sounds like a cool name, and you're probably thinking, yeah, they're like computer hackers, or they kind of sound like the Roadmen, don't they? They sound like a stabby group, but they're not. These Blade Runners in the UK, and what they do is they cut down the poles that have these ultra low emission zone cameras. So in the UK, I guess what's happening in the UK, I think it was happening in Spain as well. The government of London, or wherever the fuck it is, I think it's mainly just London. Could be other places though. But London's the main place anyway. So the London government have brought in this fucking tax or charge on high emissions cars, older vehicles usually, poorer people's vehicles. That's what they say. So to drive around London in an old shitbox, you have to pay $12.50 or £12.50 just to drive around in your fucking 1984 Datsun 180B, which is a cunty fucking move. So the finance bros will be able to drive around, politicians will be able to drive around, and cocaine dealers. They're the only people on the road. What about the poor people? So the Blade Runners have gone, enough is a fucking enough. And they've hit the streets and they're just cutting down the poles. You know, I've got fucking that many fucking fines. So I always look at these cameras. There's the camera, it's on a big fucking billboard type thing. You know those black ones where they're like, oh, crash fucking ahead, delay 20 minutes or whatever? They've been putting up a lot of those on the highway. And I always wonder, I'm like, do we need those? But the reason it's because it hangs over the road. It hangs over like two lanes. And on top of those big billboards, or they're not billboards, like traffic fucking sign, whatever, they put the mobile phone cameras in it because they got to be able to see directly down from on top of you. And I drive past it every day. I'm like, why doesn't someone just climb up there and just baseball bat that fucking thing off? And there's heaps of them now as well. Well, the Blade Runners have taken what's inside my head and hit the streets. And I was watching some of the shit online, and they're just doing it in broad daylight. Some cunts have just got a hacksaw piece and put it on a jigsaw, and they're just standing there just fucking going through the whole pole. They're not climbing up and knocking off the camera. They're cutting through the whole pole where the traffic light is and just letting it fucking drop to the ground. And people are walking by, smoking darts, going, good work, boys. And it isn't like it isn't like Anonymous. Remember Anonymous? That cunt with the fucking face mask, and they were going to do all this bullshit, which they never did. That popped up on my feed the other day as well. I'm like, next. Yeah, but anyway, these Blade Runners, it's not like an organized group of vigilantes. It's just, apparently it's like middle-aged fucking 40-year-old dads and shit. Enough is enough. They're just fucking out there knocking it off. They don't even know. They've cut down like 2,000 poles with these cameras on it, and there's been like 2 arrests. No one's dobbing them in. No one gives a fuck. They're just out there. Wait till this starts getting organized. Wait till they start moving on to the next thing. Let's get rid of these fucking poles. I don't know how much that is going to cost the City of London, but it's a fair fucking price to pay. 2,000 of those things. Let's say it's 10,000 to replace it. What's that? That's fucking 20 mil? Is that what it is? I don't know what that is. 2,000, 20,000. Yeah, it's 2 mil. No, it's 2 mil, not 20 mil. No, it's 20 mil. Yeah, 20 mil of a bankrupt city. So that's not good, but I can just see this moving on to the next thing. I don't know what the next thing is yet. Maybe the CCTV cameras. There's fucking thousands of them in London. But I love these people. I love these dudes. Just getting out there and making a difference on the street. I wonder if you're living in London and you've got a shit box of a car and you want to go for a drive, you can just get in contact with the Blade Runners and just give them your route. Say, I'm going to be traveling from here to here on Wednesday. Do you mind knocking down a few of those emission cameras? Clear the path for me, lads. I want to save that $12.50 fucking quid. But how good's that? I love hearing that stuff. True heroes. They are. I'm not even being facetious. True fucking heroes. I like how they're not even really in contact with each other at all. That's what makes them so hard to catch. It's just a bunch of fat old me's just sitting on the couch one day and just going, fuck this, I'm just going to go and chop down that fucking pole. And then they've seen some other cunt do it and just go, yeah, that's a fucking good idea, actually. I'm going to go down, do some shopping, get some darts and chop a couple of poles down. I saw one guy, he had a circular saw. I think he's put a grinder blade on a circular saw and he's just gone out there and chopped it down. Timber. And the whole fucking traffic light came down. The other thing I loved when I was looking into the Blade Runners is not only are the Blade Runners chopping down these fucking poles, but the general public, the people, at least 50,000 Londoners have been fined for not paying their $12.50 and they're refusing to pay, which is clogging up the court system. So these fines are just getting wiped anyway. This is what the collective whole can do if you stick together. If you just ignore the cunts, there's not much they can do. You just go, yeah, I'm not doing that for you, cunt. Who the fuck are you? You don't represent me anymore. I tell you who represents me more than the fucking politicians, the Blade Runners. That's who should be represented. That's who does represent me. The Blade Runners are who should be in charge. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Fucking heroes. Anyway, that was an uplifting thing to find. I love the Blade Runners now. But that'll do for tonight. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and I'll see you the fuck later.